Good morning, book lovers of the internet. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe because for every subscriber, I get a new subscriber and I read a page from a book of my choice. So it is now the 1st of December and I am counting on you guys to get me to 10,000 subscribers by Christmas time because I'll be posting a lot of interesting video reviews for you to watch and other sorts of videos as well. So, in today's video, I am going to be reviewing The Road by Cormac McCarthy. Perhaps you were watching my live about an hour ago where I was reading this book, and I only had about 50 pages to go, and it was quite a quick read overall, so it didn't really take me that much time to finish the final few pages I had left. It has about 310 pages, and I rated it 4 out of 5 stars. And I personally don't think I enjoyed this one for the plot as much as I did for the characters and the post-apocalyptic feel, which is referred to very little in the book, and it is almost even hinted at rather than expressed by Cormac McCarthy directly. And that is quite fantastic. The father and the boy are developed greatly despite the depressing conclusion. And it is fascinating to see how dependent they are on each other, yet how together they have to be independent in order to survive the state of the world, which brings with it a fair amount of danger and even more desperation. In fact, I would say that this novel almost resolves around the idea of desperation and what will happen once most or all of humanity is gone, what the world will look like. And the writing style is one I have never seen before, and I am also very impressed by how gripping it is, considering how little is actually said and is actually happening, rather, and how the story seems to unfold in the reader's head without McCarthy giving more detail than necessary. So I'd say that McCarthy is very conservative when it comes to using words. He does try to create a plot, however, he is more focused on the conversations between the very few characters he creates and hinting at the world which is destroyed, basically burned down, a world without humanity where there are only a couple of people left who have to try to make ends meet in any way they can possibly conceive. They have to look for their own food and try to stay alive for as long as possible. And they have nothing to rely on if they get sick, which is the way the book ultimately ends. There is a lot of pain and suffering, both psychological and physical. And as the cover mentions, perhaps you can see it over here. It is a work of such terrible beauty that you will struggle to look away, and in my opinion, that is absolutely true. That phrase itself basically summarizes or sums up everything that happens within the book. Um, the emotions I felt for both father and child were so uncalled for, and even the way that they're written, as well as the conversations they have, left me feeling hollow. In fact, I'm still not over this book, and I think it will stick with me for quite some time. And I'm not sure whether I'll ever read it again due to the way it made me feel, but it will be hard to forget, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. As we mentioned during one university lecture, because this was a book I had to read for um, a credit I take at university regarding American fiction. This book is a testimony that there never really is an end, because even when there is an end, that is only the beginning, only a new beginning, and this is kind of like a cycle which consistently and continuously repeats itself. Many might think of the child as useless because he doesn't really do much except for stay silent and keep his father company, but in my opinion, without him, the father figure, the person the child calls Papa, would have died or killed himself way sooner, because the child gives purpose to his father. And that is why the father has to stay alive, for as long as possible in order to take care of the child until he develops, he matures, he grows and understands what's actually going on in the world, even though he doesn't really have a lot of memories regarding the world's destruction. And That is ultimately why I think it is such a shame that the father's health ultimately um, declines to a point where the inevitable occurs. I will not spoil the book for you, but feel free to draw your own conclusions or perhaps read the book yourself because I would certainly recommend it. Then again, once the inevitable does occur, the boy seems to lose the innocence his father tried to preserve throughout the book. He also seems to mature and also becomes more independent, completely taking responsibility of the pistol, which was something that his father tried um, to teach his son how to use because any dangers that he'd face, he'd have to tackle on his own from now on. And now that he has become more independent after the father's inevitable um, conclusion, I would say, um, it becomes clear that he raised his son well and did in fact do all that he could for him, as he promised the child's mother um, before whatever happened to the world, which we never really are explicitly told, and we have to draw our own conclusions throughout. So, anyway, that is all I have to say about The Road by Cormac McCarthy. Um, if you think that there is anything I left out, please let me know about it in the comment section below. And as usual, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out my shorts and community posts, turn the post notification bell on, and anything you can do to help support my channel so that we can reach 10,000 subscribers by Christmas, by the 25th of December, because that would be fantastic. As usual, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one, hopefully very, very soon. Bye, guys.